Hi, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about why migrants struggle to job search in New Zealand, and it's definitely not your fault. So let me introduce myself. I'm Peter Lemmer, a South African who migrated across here to New Zealand 9 years ago. I'm a qualified engineer and a BCom, and I've worked in the manufacturing industry for over 30 years and have a vast experience in all different types of roles, understanding from IT through to finance, as I manage large businesses. And I love doing what I do because I love helping people. I've just found that that's my passion, helping people to succeed in life and change their lives. Now, I just want to chat over a few slides about the different job market that New Zealand is. New Zealand's job market is firstly a small market. There's only 5 million people. There's only 600,000 businesses in the country. And the whole thing about the New Zealand market is that you need to understand that because of its environment that is small, it's a completely different to the one that you're used to. You're coming from a large market, large corporates, a lot of jobs available. While in New Zealand, it's way smaller. It's a slower moving economy. It's slower moving job market. And also, it's very relationship driven. And the big adjustment is your thinking and your approach that you need to take. People also here don't react quickly. They take a lot longer to react and make decisions compared to other countries. And this makes it definitely that your strategy is way more important than just sending CVs out and shot blasting and applying for jobs over and over again and just getting rejected. Firstly, let's look at the CVs. What is the CV style of a New Zealand CV versus international CVs? Now, firstly, New Zealand CVs don't like photos. They don't like long descriptions, maximum 3 pages, if that, CV. They don't like tables. They want it very simple, basically clean, neat, to the point. And they want to see the value add that you're going to bring to their business, not how fantastic you are, but how you're going to add value to their business. Another thing that you're going to struggle with is AI. These days, Seek and a lot of bigger corporates and bigger businesses use the ATS system, which is the automatic tracking system. And this struggles with tables, it struggles with columns, graphics, photos, and different layouts. CVs are rejected even before somebody even speaks to you or even actually lays their eyes on you due to this ATS system. So this makes you disheartened because you're getting constant rejections, and you have to change your CV approach. You've got to get away from the creative CV where you put your photo on and you're creating beautiful graphics and tables. Well, this and AI and this is not actually working too well together. Even if you have the correct keywords in your CV, those keywords won't be noticed because it's on, let's say, a colored background, which AI can't recognize the writing within the colored background. So your CV gets rejected before even we'll read it. So a simplistic CV, simply laid out with all the correct information, is what you're really looking for when applying for jobs in New Zealand. The next thing is your lack of local experience, in which we get down to what I call trust. The corporates here and the employers here don't doubt your skills, but they want to know, do you understand the way that the Kiwis work, that how their culture works, how their office dynamics works, how the Kiwi way is, the Kiwi practices. Now, networking helps a lot to be able to dispel these fears for employers. And through networking, you get to start talking to people in the workplace, people doing similar jobs to you, employers, recruiters. And this is helped by networking on LinkedIn, on different portals that you can use. And through this, you start gaining that extra knowledge, know-how. You start setting up what I call coffee chats with people, even if it's online from around the world. Set up coffee chats, get talking to people, get knowing what's going on in the workplace, and then be able to transfer this in your CV using buzzwords, keywords that the Kiwis use. Another thing is the communication style. A lot of countries, talking Europe, even some Eastern countries, and also Africa, South Africa, I know, Americans, the direct approach, the assertiveness and self-promotion, which you come from. I know South Africans are very direct. We are assertive. We assert ourselves in the workplace. We promote ourselves because that is the way that the culture is in South Africa. To get ahead, you've got to fight to stay ahead. But in New Zealand, it's a way more calmer approach, a humble approach, and a very non-confrontational approach. And even how you can communicate this on LinkedIn. The direct approach on LinkedIn doesn't work with Kiwi employers. You've got to take a very soft approach and be seen to be building relationships instead of asking for work or say, can you help me? Because it'll definitely be a no. So you have to be able to understand how to approach people. And I've got a 5-page sort of example of ways of communicating on LinkedIn, the subtle, calm, soft approach. It might take longer, but you build up that relationship to be able to gain the trust. Now, online applying only is not enough normally in New Zealand. New Zealand is high through visibility and through trust. Now, because New Zealand's a small market, as I've said, 97% of businesses have less than 20 employees. So you're entering the small business market in effect compared to your own home country. And employers look at, well, who's your network? How visible are you in the market? Can we trust you? And by word of mouth, referrals go way further than actual just online applications, what they can read on your CV. And I always say I call the PIAT principle. That's how I design CVs, how we work through your LinkedIn profile. And it's all about these 5 points. So P is for professionalism. Does your CV look professional? Do you sound professional? Is your LinkedIn profile professional? E is for experience. Do you have the experience to back up this professionalism you're showing? Are you an expert in your field? Expert in any field. You can get that across in your CV, in your profile, and how you market and brand yourself. A is, are you an authority in your field? And T is for trust. And trust can be won in many different ways, not just by sort of working for somebody. You can build trust over different methods online and on the web. And I always say that if somebody can demonstrate the PIAT principle, there's no reason why you shouldn't want to hire that person, bar a visa issue, of course. Something that a lot of people discount is the emotional impact of immigrating. You lose your identity. You're coming to a totally different culture. You're coming to a totally different economy, and your identity is shaken. You are under huge financial pressure moving across. You have to adapt to a new environment. You have to adapt to a new work culture. And even if you brought your family with, adapting to this new culture is difficult. And interviews, how you show up matters. And the best way to do that is to prepare. practice questions, practice getting your value add across, practice doing all the right things the Kiwi way. If you're applying for jobs constantly and you're just getting rejected, it's not you, it's not your skills, it's maybe just your strategy. You've got to be able to use the strategy which is suited for the country that you want to move to, be it Australia, New Zealand, anywhere in the world. Just change your strategy and adapt it to the market that you're going into. So adapt to that environment and you will see the difference. If you want to book a free 20-minute consultation with me, go onto my website, www.coar.co.nz, book a free consultation, and I'll go through the modules that I present and show you how I can assist you in landing that perfect job, even in the migration process. Thank you for your time. Appreciate your time and looking forward to chatting.